Hey everyone, NoModMaster here. Welcome to my daytime tour for Murkwater. So the first thing you'll notice upon entering the settlement is the Tower of Jude. And if anybody doesn't know what the Tower of Jude is, you can check out the settlement story by clicking on the link in the description below. I'm going to make references to the settlement's lore and story throughout the video. Alright, next I'm going to take you guys over to this other gate. There's only 2 Brahmin accessible gates in the entire settlement, and that's basically just to allow traders to be able to come inside of the settlement. There is one more entrance, but I'll show you that later. This is one of the homes. They basically only have like a bedroom and a kitchen. They're really small, nothing too fancy. This one actually has a balcony, and that's because on purge days, whoever lives here helps fight off the mirelurks through their balconies there, which is very useful. And then there's another house over here. They also have a balcony, so they can help fight the mirelurks on purge days. And theirs is a little bit nicer. They got a nicer kitchen. And if you notice, a lot of people that live in Murkwater mount a lot of the things that they hunt and kill. And then, yep, here's their little balcony. And they've got like an explosive box and a weapon. Looks like they've got a lot of hills in front of their balconies, so they've got some close combat going on Purge Day. Now let's go over here in the middle of the settlement. This is actually the official safe house for the railroad. I built one for the guy that walks around. And this is it. It has like a kitchen, some bunk beds in case there's more than one of them. And there's their computer area. And there's the lockers for them. And then let's go over here to the common house. The common house is the only thing that people can use if they're not from the settlement, because there's no hotel here. And the common house is not the greatest. It's pretty ramshackle. I didn't repair it to the best of my abilities because I want it to feel like a common house. So better bring some blankets if you're going to plan on staying here during the colder times of the year. And then let's check out another home. So this one is also a house that has a balcony, so they help fight the mirelurks off. They don't have as nice of a home as the other ones. They're definitely much less off, unfortunately. They've got a lot of weapons though. Maybe that's why they spend all their money on weapons. And then these guys do not have a balcony, but they also have a fairly small, not as wealthy home compared to the others. This is a unique little alleyway that I built. It stays lit up at night. And then this here is the entrance to the swamp meat. So the swamp meat holds most of the settlement's stores. So the first one here is clothing essentials. Clothing essentials is pretty small, but it does have a pretty good selection of inventory. So you can kind of just pop in and out and grab whatever you need off the shelves and go. Next, let's take a look at Murkwater guns. So Murkwater guns is the largest floor plan I have in the entire settlement in terms of shops. And of course, the people of Murkwater love their guns because it is a pretty dangerous place to live in the Commonwealth. So it kind of has a U-shaped floor plan. This side has mostly explosives and traps. And then back on the other side is where we'll have some of our unique weapons and then ammo as well on the shelf. So there's my merchant. And then let's go take a look at the butcher shop. So the butcher shop plays a really big role on Purge Day. It's pretty much the most important room once the purge is over, because all of the dead mirelurks then have to be gutted, their meats have to be separated, and the eggs have to be removed from the queens. It's a huge process that happens in this room after Purge Day is over. So people come in here and they buy their meats at the register there. They don't sell just mirelurk meat, but for the most part, that's usually what you're going to find when you come here. And then next we have Armor Co. So Armor Co is a small shop. They have a pretty wide variety as well. So you can always just pop in and out, grab whatever armor you need, and leave. So that is the merchant. And then next, let's go into the restrooms. So the restrooms are located under the stairs here, next to the bench. And the restrooms have 2 open stalls. So this is one of the few public restrooms in the entire settlement. So if you are staying in the common house, this is where you're going to have to come if you have to go to the bathroom. Alright, next let's go upstairs. So upstairs we have the Quagmire. And the Quagmire is a large pub located in the settlement. It does kind of look like a restaurant, but the Quagmire technically doesn't serve food outside of just a few snacks. So most of the time when settlers are coming here, they're just coming here to get drunk. It does have an outdoor section, and we'll go take a look at that right now. If you include the outdoor section, the Quagmire technically is a bit bigger than Murkwater Guns. So it is one of the few places in the settlement too that actually has some seating, and it's one of the only places in the settlement that has outdoor seating. So when it's not raining, it's actually sunny, it's kind of nice to sit out here. You guys might have noticed that the irradiated bottle lights are a common theme in this settlement. The settlers use them pretty often here. So as you can see, one of the greatest examples of them is here at the Quagmire, where they are used as chandeliers above the tables. So let's move on, and I'll show you some more areas in the settlement. So there are some homes adjacent to the swamp meat. These are some of the older homes in the settlement, and they're a little bit nicer too. Of course, most settlers would love to live in these homes just because of their prime location in the settlement. So this is one. Looks like they're stocked up on food. They've got their typewriter over there. And then there's one more next door. Oh yeah, and there's medical supplies too. That's another reason why you'd want to live in these homes, because you have medical services right across from your doorstep. So this is the other one. Looks like they're at work right now. And then let's move on, and I'll show you guys defensive posts we have over here. These defensive posts are used on Purge Day, so the residents that live over here will use this post on Purge Day to shoot the Mirelurks. We have our third entrance to the settlement over here. So this is a much smaller entrance. This is not Brahmin accessible, and settlers pretty much only use this in emergencies. It's not really a safe entrance. It's strictly just in case settlers need to evacuate. And then next we have medical supplies. So 2 sisters actually run medical supplies together. So one does the healing and dealing, and the other one does the surgery. They have a fairly large inventory, so if you need something, you can always just pop in and grab it and go. And then this side she's got her beds for when her patients are recovering from surgery. And then let's move on. So this side of the settlement is pretty much a dead end. So you're going to have to cut through over here or go back through the illuminated alley. And we have Jamaica Express, which is the post office. So the post office is called Jamaica Express because Jamaica Plain is the settlement that originally started the postal service again. So if you have something to mail or a package to send, you can come here to the post office. Alright, so next, let's take a look at another one of the defensive posts while we're over here. So this is a small defensive post in this part of the settlement, and this is also used on purge days. Otherwise, it doesn't really have much use unless there's some raiders trying to get in. We can actually take a look at one of the other defensive posts over here. This one's actually the one designed for the swamp meat, so this one's a little bit larger. This is probably one of the most popular defensive posts when it comes to purge day. So there's the view, not too much to see, and that's a good thing. And then over here we have the farm. So the farm is fairly small. It's pretty much on an island because of the way the settlement is designed with the wall. So you have to cross that little tiny bridge to get onto the swamp meat, and then you can get over onto the farm. Keep in mind, guys, I do not use any mods when building settlements, so you can do this by using the pieces from the vanilla game, the DLCs, and the Creation Club. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.